Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for coming through for another Star Wars 5e Tuesday with Invasion. We are going to be wrapping up our Saber Breaker arc, the arc on Myrk. So we're going to finally get to an end on that one today. Well, hopefully, after dice are kind to the crew, we'll be able to get them off the planet. Before we do that, though, quick shout out. Go check out, if you haven't, go check out the Dungeon Jedi Master YouTube. We've got some cool stuff there. But also for this channel, we've got a new game of the month. We're going to be running one that I've been wanting to run for, or actually, I want to clarify, wanted to play for years. We're going to be playing Call of Cthulhu. And this time, I'm actually not going to be the DM. I'm going to be a player. This one decided to do a little birthday treat to myself. So we're going to be running Call of Cthulhu Thursday, the last Thursday in April, 27th of April at 7 p.m. It's either going to be Twitch or my YouTube channel. I haven't decided yet, but come through. We're going to be doing all the different pieces, building a PC, going through the rules, and as always, giving away a free PDF copy of the system for the game. So make sure to come through for that. But yeah, let's dive back into it. So we're getting back into the crew. They're on Myrk after learning from a contact within the Dominion that the Republic, along with Zerka, had a joint operation named Saberbreaker. And that their Sith contact, Lord Gallivan, believed it could be something that could tip the balance of power and harm the Force users of the galaxy, Sith and Jedi alike. With this information, you all marched very confidently into the Zerka offices and bullied your way into doing the job for free, as well as learning that the planet the Operation Saberbreaker was on is the planet Myrk, which you learned from the Zerka official had some peculiar kind of traits to it, learning that its foliage was very dense and metal, preventing scans and hindering comms at long distance. You also found, too, that the planet had a number of odds force-sensitive species. One, the Arslarmi, that seemed to push the force away from it. The other, the Vornsk, which used the force to hunt. Armed with this knowledge, you guys reached out to General Vet and Master Kalu, learning that while General Vet wasn't aware of this mission, the Republic is keeping it pretty close to top secret. Master Kalu and the Jedi had stumbled across it and sent 2 knights out to verify what was going on and to shut it down if possible. With this, you guys made your way to the planet, observing the Crusaders who had taken over the Zerka base, using loading vehicles to capture and freeze and carbonite many of the Arslarmi and not Vox and the Vornsk on the planet. And you saw that those loader droids are kind of going to and from the installation they had taken over. After that, you all found heard a shootout deep within the jungles. And within the shootout, you found a Zerka prospector guarding the unconscious forms of a Jedi as well as HK. With this, you guys were able to fight your way through, defeating the Crusader forces and met Kebavana, a Barabo Jedi Knight who had been captured by the Yuzon Vong on the planet. Mentioning that they had in their biome, very similar to the one you came across in Kashyyyk, they were experimenting with a new virus, as well as got to formally meet HK, who was sent by the Zerka team to delete the data and cover up any Zerka involvement. After this, you all regrouped and decided to take on stopping the Zerka or the Crusader team from uploading Zerka's Operation Saberbreaker to their frigate in the atmosphere. And after breaking into the facility and defeating the enhanced warriors that the Crusaders brought to bear, enhanced with Yuzon Vong biotechnology, you all were able to briefly speak with the Liberator, the kind of mysterious leader of the Crusader forces, who let you all know that both the Crusaders, along with their partnership with the Exchange, were mounting an attack on a Green Jedi temple on Corellia. You got to see pieces of kind of the invasion kicking off, and you saw a ragtag fleet that didn't look like it could take out the Krillian defense fleet, but they seemed to be zooming very quickly towards the Krillian planet and the Jedi Temple, almost looking they're trying to do a strafing, bombing, or even suicide run against the planet. And putting that together too, you probably put that as well with some of the information you guys got from your Heapin contact that this is probably that collaboration project that the exchange had with the Crusaders brought to bear. But you all were able to stop the download, prevent Zerka from getting Operation Saberbreaker. You decided to download the information right away, but not didn't have a chance to view it yet. And Talos actually caught HK surprisingly taking a copy of that data as well. With this, you all set the reactor to blow on the lab, then made your way to the jungles, hoofing it back to the ship. And as you made your way to the ship, you were hunted by the Voxen, which you all saw. It seemed to be a steroided out version of a biosliced Vorinsk. It had a pretty tough battle, but were able to take out the Vorinsk and some other shaped monstrosity of the Yuzon Vong. And that's where we'll pick up. And you guys, before ending that battle, you saw that the creatures all had Phillips, the strange fleshy dome of Yuzon Vong communication tech. And you saw Master Shaper Nim Yin watching you through the Phillips. She also mentioned to beware the friendly skies as she hung up the phone. So that's where we'll pick up with you guys recently, just fresh out of the battle. Med packs jammed into Talus as we were talking about earlier, and good to go. So what's the crew doing first after all of that?
How many med packs are we shoving down my throat?
Do you have any beyond the one that I can use to get you up?
I'd say it.
I think you're muted.
Okay, so we're using one to get me up, and then I'll use another. So I'll just roll 2 hit die.
Okay.
Not bad. Okay.
Any audio on your end, guys?
We can hear.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me?
Yep. Alrighty. Well,
perfect. So you guys med packing up. Anything else that you all are doing?
Caesar, is Caesar still in possession of the little friend that he had? The didn't you pick up the salami?
Oh yeah, so he's got a carbonite frozen one. Yeah.
Uli will turn to Caesar and kind of look at him pleadingly, like, please just leave that here. We don't need the headache right now. I know you want it, but
what if the what if the Jedi want it? Or more importantly, what if the Jedi want to pay for it?
The Jedi, the people who took this place off the planet maps, I'm pretty sure they don't want it. I'm pretty sure they'd love it to stay right here.
Yeah, well, somebody else beat them to it. They're here. They're aware of it. Maybe the Jedi wanted to make some sort of defense. Maybe not. But hey, they might pay for it. And I want to go gun shopping.
Personally, my thoughts were with the Republic. I'm quite certain that they would find it quite interesting, but to the Jedi...
Oh, I think they know about it too.
Yeah, that Chancellor there's going to be chomping at the bit for something that harms Jedi. Woo!
Precisely. And thus allowing this not to fall into enemy hands. And with this, he gestures to the everywhere.
Talus looks so confused by that logic as he's still sitting on the ground, just kind of like, what?
Oh, if the Chancellor, Supreme Chancellor, finds out that this planet is the perfect place to have to. That was less in character, more me just having a moment there. Oh, sorry about that. The Chancellor finds out that this place is the perfect staging ground for developing weapons for, well, fighting off the Sith. He will make sure that it does not fall into the invaders' hands.
Caesar, they probably already know. I mean, it was the Republic and Zerka that put this thing up. It's just that they lost it because, well, I mean, they're kind of, the Republic and Zerka.
Is that the case? And I just forgot.
Yeah, it's a joint operation between the Republic and Zerka. Both.
Yeah, that's on me. That's on me. I completely forgot.
Yeah, no worries. Well, I'm saying they sell it to the Jedi, right? Hey, maybe they want something, get a better understanding of this doomsday weapon that the enemy has on them. Maybe they could do some tests. Maybe not. Maybe they won't pay for it. Then we'll find somebody else. But I need new guns. You kidding me? I sunk so many blaster shots into that big damn animal, and what did it do? It blinked at me. Meanwhile, Uli over here is putting his fists into it and doing more harm than I am. I'm hurt. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm kind of embarrassed.
It is a
It's
shame
kinda
that
just
the
about
big
where to
freaking
hit,
gun
really,
did
you know,
not
it's like-
work too well.
That makes two of us that are embarrassed. We've got quite a few upgrades that I think we need, but first order we should probably get back to the Nova Kana as soon as possible
Yeah.
and rest up just a little bit before our next move. But
Yeah. By the way,
between this and Corellia, we need to get moving. And who knows what we're going to encounter when we leave this planet too.
Not to mention that Shaper lady knows exactly where the hell we are. We need to go.
It's definitely not in our favor right now.
I agree. Well, how about this, Caesar? If I get any weird vibes from that thing, it goes out the airlock.
I believe that was already the agreement.
Oh, yeah, we did do that, didn't we? All right.
Yeah.
Good enough. All right. Just making sure. Because after that thing, I'll point at the Voxen like, No, I've had enough of this planet. Let's get the hell out of here.
All right.
Perfect. Well, as you guys are speaking, you begin to hear the whine. Kind of just hear like a low, piercing whine of mechanics and engines, and probably takes you a split second to piece it, kind of place what it's coming from. But as you look up into the sky, you see 3 vehicles riding low, and you see lasers begin to spurt forth from them. And you see these are kind of hobbled together fighter craft. Definitely, it looks like they've been kind of went through scrap yards and just assembled anything that could make its way off the ground. But they are bearing down upon you and spitting lasers into the forest, setting flames behind you. And you know they are getting close to getting a bead upon you. So we're going to be doing a skill challenge. You guys are going to have to get 5 successes before 3 failures to make your way outside of the jungles before the ships, the fires that they're creating, before something gets you and something bad will happen on a complete failure. So it's been a little while. I think it's a decent bit since we've done a skill challenge, so I'll explain it a little bit too. So basically, they have a set DC. You guys need to get 5 successes before 3 failures. Anytime you guys fail that DC is when you will get a failure on that side. You can use any of your skills, abilities, get creative with them, and kind of finding a way to escape these jungles. You can't use the same ability or same skill in one round, though. Or within 1 round. So if you used round 1, you used athletics, you wouldn't be able to use athletics again to round 3, and nobody else would be able to use athletics again to round 3 as well. But yeah, so get creative with it. Creativity can help you out a little bit as well. But yeah, so you guys see these ships bearing down. It seems like they are firebombing the jungle, lasers spurting forth. You feel the heat rising around you as they decide to take out the jungle to eliminate this threat. What are you guys doing? How are you escaping?
I think Uli would just, as the preeminent rainforest dweller, he would just run forward with probably. I think everybody's move speed is what, 30? Mine's 45. Uli would be moving ahead of the pack a little bit, trying to just suss out the best way forward that is just a dead run like the best way for us to move forward and make the most room by dodging their tracking as well.
Perfect.
You're also
Give
the
me
tallest.
tallest as well. Give me either survival or athletics, your choice.
Oh, that is definitely a survival check. Okay. 23.
Solid. Yeah, Uli, you take off in a sprint, leading the group through the jungles, kind of finding and navigating the best path to meet the least resistance as you see the ships raining fire behind you, getting ever closer to your position. You guys have 1 success, 0 failures. Who's got something next?
Okay, I am as a distraction maybe for the ships that are trying to find us. What's the max range? 150 feet. I want to shoot kind of like 150 feet since they're bearing down on us, kind of maybe in an opposite direction or something to distract the ships that are looking for us. So set off an explosion off away. Would that be something I could do?
Yeah, definitely. So you're kind of so you're kind of shooting off your blaster to kind of set off a little.
No. I'm gonna use explosion.
Okay, nice. Yeah. So give me Injuries are proficient in intelligence, right? Saves.
Mm-hmm.
Give me intelligence saving throw. Make it easy. That way you don't have to put in your proficiency.
Oh yeah. Oh no. What?
We do have inspiration.
Okay, we're inspiration. We're doing inspiration. Cool,
Go
guys.
for it.
Okay.
I don't know how much.
Ain't no way it can get worse than that.
Well, this would be your last one. So, okay.
Worth it.
Unfortunately not. So you set that explosion off.
Wait. I have something I can do to add on to this. If this does this truly count as a save?
Sure.
Aha! I have. Give me a second to grab it. My
I swear, guys, I
thingamabob.
always fail when it matters.
I don't got
I am.
I don't got a plus
Here we
to
go.
anything.
Critical analysis in combination with multitasker. With critical analysis, you can use this and add it to one of your saves with multitasker. I can use my reaction to give you my critical analysis whenever I see you making a save.
Perfect. So Caesar, how do you help him up as he sets up this explosion?
Barking commands like he usually does and making sure he hits the right target in the right spot where it would completely just dismantle the command.
Perfect. Yeah, so you guys set that explosion up at a different direction. And you see the ships kind of hesitate and kind of look like they're posed to follow, slowing down and giving you guys a little bit of time to get ahead of the explosions. And you guys are now at 2 successes, 0 failures out of the 5. Sweets, who's up next? Who's
Good job,
next?
Caesar.
All right. Well, having been on a few strafing runs of his own, Vars is going to try to use that knowledge to try and anticipate where they'd be going and the pattern they'd be using and go the other way.
All right. Give me your choice of lore, perception, or insight.
All right.
Hell
yeah.
Archer. Serpentines, Abu, serpentines.
Nice. Yeah, you've been a part of and probably both sides of this equation with different strafing runs, and you easily pick out the Crusaders' rudimentary kind of a strafing style, and you know that they're going to be going this direction, so you send the crew in another direction, buying you more space and getting you ever further from the flames and the bombs of the Crusader ships that are harrying you guys. So you guys are 3 successes, no failures out of the 3, with just 2 more left to get a complete success.
Caesar, you got something?
I was trying to procrastinate this because I've never been good with characters in the forest.
I do have I came up with an idea that I could try if you need more time.
I think it's got to go to me before it loops back around. Yeah. In that case, though I do not have any more superiority dice, a lot of my superiorities are about marching, moving people around, redirecting, and all that jazz. So I'd like to argue for my critical analysis modifier to make sure we are moving as quickly as we possibly can in a disciplined and organized manner so we do not lose track of ourselves, trip over anything, or seem like easy targets.
All right, so you gotta try to spurn the group on, keep them marching forward in the tight unit.
Yes, indeed.
All right, give me your choice: persuasion or deception.
Let's see here.
Oh, no, sorry, persuasion or intimidation.
Intimidation, you say?
Walk, don't run to the emergency exit. Can you help yourself?
No, I can't. I cannot be. If I'm the target of my own critical analysis modifier, I do not get the same benefits.
All right. Well, Caesar, as your barking orders try to keep the crew in gear. You see the ships kind of right themselves, focus on their scanners, and kind of start pursuing after you and start to drop bombs above the group's position. Everybody give me a dexterity saving throw.
I'm going to use quick-witted so that I can use intelligence instead.
Perfect. All right. Surprisingly, just Uli on this one. So Uli, you will unfortunately fail. It takes 7 fire damage as they drop bombs. The rest of you guys are able to maneuver and kind of make your way outside of the flames, but these bombs are catching, kind of just singeing the back of Uli as he's maneuvering through. Sweet. So you guys have 3 successes, 1 failure. New round. What's everybody thinking?
I had an idea. So we're running. I'm assuming there's still some animals that are just kind of dumb that don't take off from all the heat and destruction. I kind of wanted to try and pull like an Indiana Jones when they're on the beach with the seagulls and just try to find some sort of animal or flying animal that I could maybe use to fly up and distract them just for a little bit, or at least give them, they'll think it's that movement and not us moving through the jungle.
Give me an animal handling check.
All right.
Or nature, your choice.
Don't know exactly how I do that. Just squawkity squawkity.
How close is Uli right now? Is he within 5 feet of Caesar?
I'll let you guys decide. Is he within 5 feet of you, Uli?
I think, I mean, yeah, we're probably, the last thing we did was work as a tight group, whether that worked or not. We still were trying to do that. So yeah,
hurry action, help action.
Oh, all right. So that's do it again. One better is always better.
One better is always better. But yeah, so Uli, you are able to. I don't know what does Uli do to get these birds going.
I think he's running forward and just stupefied that a lot of animals are just sitting there like nothing's happening, and he's just like shooing them and making weird noises at them and running at them, and they're, you see like large packs of beasts run off and move the trees, and flocks of birds flying around, just trying to make as much distraction with the help of the animals in like a reverse Snow White kind of way. Like I don't seek harmony, I seek chaos. The animals are helping.
And you see some of the birds in the trees were kind of huddling in their nest, huddling on the branch, not used to this unnatural phenomenon of creatures breathing fire from the sky. But at Uli's urging, the creatures take off. You see kind of a flock of just we'll call them space pigeons, flapping through the sky, and you see it kind of gets into the way of the viewports of the 3 speeders or the 3 starships, blocking them and giving you guys another success. So you're at 4 successes, 1 failure, with 1 success to go, and just avoid 2 failures. So who's
Any
up
poop
next?
on the windshield of the transparent stuff? It's a little bit.
Roll a d20. We'll say 12
right.
plus. One of them poops on it.
Oh, it's just they do that, like they all poop, but it's just their math was off and it goes in between the.
You see the guy just sees a lot of poop just ahead of his screen as he's flying in. But yeah, sweet. So who's up next?
Am I able to do another kind of a repeat of the same thing that I did before?
Nope, you have to use a different skill or ability to go through.
I mean, all my stuff is support. I have very few like things that affect everybody and not just one person.
Well, it doesn't have to be a power. You can use like one of your skills. Yeah.
I want to. Would I be able? I don't know if this would be a good thing. If Talus would be smart enough to avoid this, sometimes I'm 100% sure Talus is way smarter than I am. Would I be intelligent enough to know if I was to call out on comms to the Novacana or anything like that, if it could be intercepted to reveal their position or anything like that? I'm trying to deter these fighters, one, from finding us and killing us right now, but also we need to get to the Novacana safely, and we don't need them seeing our ship and where it's located before we even get there. So
yeah, so Talus would know that you guys will have a jammer, so there's a potential they could get through, but you may be able to kind of get quick enough to get it off before they can trace it.
Okay, well, in that case, yeah, I'll call up to the ship if I think that we're in range, and let them know we're coming in hot and have everything ready, and maybe whoever's there right now, if they could potentially add some support to us, that'd be greatly appreciated. We'll be ready to.
All right, roll a technology check.
Would I be able to add temporary boost to this?
Not as you're running. Unfortunately, you don't have the time.
Ah!
I don't have technology as a skill. I can't help action reaction that.
Fortunately, as you try to call out to the Novacana, you're just greeted with static and haze as the metal within the force of the planet blocks your signal, and the ships do hover a little bit lower and unleash another barrage against the group. Make a dexterity saving throw, everybody.
This is just proof that it doesn't matter how high your modifier is, you can still royally mess up. I'm going to use quick-witted again.
Uli's feeling the same thing. His dexterity saving throws are his thing.
Funny thing is, if I was moving alone, I would not even be I would be gone.
You'd be at the ship with your feet up.
All right. So Uli, you will take 7 fire damage, and yeah, just unfortunately Uli again. 7 fire damage is the bombs drop behind you. I imagine Uli's kind of hanging back at the back of the group to help the team all make sure they get to the destination, and just hanging back a little bit too far and gets singed a bit as the bombs drop behind you. And you guys are at 4 successes, 2 failures. Need one of either to resolve this. What are you guys doing?
Hey, Caesar, are you proficient in athletics?
Let me check.
Because I got a stupid idea.
You gotta be lucky, man. You gotta be lucky.
Face of the entire group. Let's do the stupid idea.
All right.
Let's do it.
All right. So let's say in the way of the path between us and the ship, there's this large rotten tree. and we're gonna have a hard time climbing over it, getting over it. Whenever you try to grab onto it, it breaks off, kind of rotten tree. And Var says, "The hell with over it. I'm going through
it." Just a Mandalorian charge in.
Yeah.
All right, give me an athletics check.
I really hope you're yabba do.
On the bright side, it is very slapstick if he just ran into the tree.
Yeah, I think that's what's gonna happen because you can't help me, huh?
No, I spent my the proficiency bonus for the extra skills. I spent those on languages.
Tegan,
so
can I reaction greater energy shield to provide him an extra barrier of like just energy to pound through this tree as I'm just like, oh wait.
Unfortunately, not with that one. But yeah, so as the last failure, you guys, nothing you can do on this side?
Pray to the Force.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got.
Beg the DM for inspiration.
All right. I mean, okay. I don't know if you give it to me, but I've got a wrist launcher that's not seen a lot of play, and I've had a missile in that thing since forever. I'm scrambling. We had a tough fight. I'm at the bottom of the barrel and I'm looking for holes in the bottom to see if anything fell out.
Unfortunately, that one won't help you here. We've already done the roll there. But yeah, so fortunately, you burst through the tree, but it takes a bit of time as you kind of haul through your Mandalorian armor bursting in. And you guys see that the ships have gotten your number. And you see them launch missiles and just bombs away. Everybody make a dexterity saving throw for me.
My last quick-witted.
Oh.
Talus and Vars, you guys prove fast enough to avoid it. But as you see these ships flying above, dropping bombs on your position, you do see... Actually, let me do the damage first. So Caesar and Uli, you guys both take 5 fire damage as kind of the flames from the bombs lick and bite into you. But you do see a sliver of hope as you guys burst through the tree with Vars leading the way. You see the Nova Kana up in the sky, flying above, flying towards you. You can see Dash in the pilot's seat as you all make your way there. But somebody give me a dexterity saving throw for the Nova Kana as it makes its way on.
All right, let's do this. Dexterity saving throw because that's its strong suit. 2. Man, that's my third 14.
Reaction. Critical analysis on the ship.
Does critical analysis have a range?
How far away are we from it? Because the answer to that is yes.
Yeah, right now
unless they changed it.
I wasn't sure if it was sight or not, but it is still like it's hundreds of feet in the sky right now.
Oh no. 60 feet.
Okay. Unfortunately, that would not help. But you do see the Nova Kana diving in, Dash in the pilot seat. You see the other ships start to take aim at the Nova Kana, dropping bombs, blaster bolts, and lighting the ship up. Fortunately, you see the ship's shields take the damage, but the Nova Kana does take 28 energy damage as the ships unload on it. But you see that doesn't deter Dash. He's still flying in, almost like probably reckless speed as he comes in, bringing it in toward a low landing amongst the trees. And you see the loading ramp drop down, allowing you guys to jump in. Actually, is somebody still conscious?
Did we take that 28 damage as well?
No, just the Nova Kana. You guys took the 5.
Okay, then I have one. My second heart kicked in because I had 5 HP left and took 5,
God,
so I went down to 0. But it brings me to 1.
Tegan, would angle
gonna
deflector
grapple hook you.
shields be able to be used by Jarvis to reduce damage by a power die +2?
Sure. Yep. So just reduce your power dice, but yeah.
Okay. Yep. So that'll. Well, it's better than nothing. Reduces by 3, so 25.
Every point counts.
Perfect. So you guys jump aboard. You see on board both the Zerker guy that you saved, whose name is escaping me right now, as well as HK sitting on board the ship. He goes, statement, you all took a long way. I tried to convince Dash to just leave, but he would not. Meatbag could not understand the logic. And you see Dash hop out of the pilot's seat, leaving it open for Uli. You guys are able to snap into your positions as all hell breaks loose. You see in the sky above you the large cruiser bearing down upon the group. You see fighters winging out from it. You guys know you are in a fight to try to escape this area. Sweet, let me throw over to the map.
And so it begins.
So this is it's been a little while since this crew has done space combat. So this one will be this one I'll say fairly straightforward. We'll say getting ready for as a little bit of a sneak preview for the last invasion Patreon one for the campaign I did, which they'll be doing after this. I think it's a pretty fun space fight. I hope they do, but I wanted them to get a little practice in before we got to that one because it's a little bit more tricky. So this will be a little bit of good practice, hopefully, for the crew. You guys are starting from the planet over here. Let me get the initiative tracker up and clear it.
Is there a reason we already have hull damage?
You shouldn't have hull damage. It should just be to your shields.
Yeah. All right.
Sweet. So I'm going to get the guys into initiative, and you guys can either decide to whatever works best for you. Roll the Novacana's initiative or Dex for initiative, or you guys can each roll initiative, and then we'll average it out. Since with space combat, it's always tactical initiative, so you always go at the same time. But it just depends on what you guys want to do. If you want to be lazy or easy and roll the ships, or if you want to roll it out, we can do some math.
I got a calculator ready. I think we'll have a better initiative with average.
All right.
Get off your app and do some math. So just
Go,
roll ours
initiative.
and then average it.
Yep, so just roll your regular initiative, and then we'll average it in.
Thank goodness for Caesar up in that curve.
Yeah, I can even do it more. 1 second, I have to find where it is. Heads up. We can use
Okay,
the power dice
so
here.
are we just rolling initiative for us and then averaging it, or is it
Yep.
all people on the ship rolling initiative?
Oh, well, it's just you four really kind of manning the ship right now.
Okay, so whoops, I did not mean to do that. That'll be divided by 67 divided by 4. We came out pretty well. 16.75 rounded up 17.
Nice.
And was it
do we
evasive
wanna-
maneuvers lets us move at initiative?
Yep.
Do we want to use heads up to increase our initiative even more?
So we can move 300 feet. 1 sec.
I mean, if I'm following this ruler right, that's off the map. I'm kidding.
Oh, yes.
It's 50 feet a square, right?
And we leave.
I mean, we could add that to. That would just add it to the ship, though, which we're rolling for each other. So would that work? Heads up.
So what does heads up do again?
I don't think that works.
And
Oh yeah, no, you're not surprised, so you could add it in.
No, but it says you roll initiative and are not surprised. You add it to the initiative of any friendly ship, including
Including your own. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're rolling individually. How does that?
Oh, no, because it's still ship's initiative, but there's two ways you can go
Oh.
about it. You can either roll the ships, or you can do individual, then divide by 4 and all that, or
Well,
divide by
okay.
party number.
Depending
let's,
on how
uh,
we
let-
get on this, we could actually end up being either first or second.
Yeah, we are down to 3 power die right now, and this will consume another one of those. I'm down with doing it. We regen 2 power dies, but it's at the end or the beginning of the round.
1d2 at
Yeah.
the end of every round.
Or beginning of your turn, I think it is.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
And if we go first, that's the chance to regenerate one.
And you guys do get. I forgot. I have to look at your thing again. Forgot where your shields are regenerate, but you regenerate some of your shields too. Sweet. So are you guys using it, or are you holding it off?
Yeah, he used it. He rolled max. We're at 23.
That was our movement.
That was for not bad feeling, but bad feeling in space.
Oh, my bad. Okay, we're
evasive maneuvers.
Evasive maneuvers, yeah.
So what is our goal here? Are we trying to jump to hyperspace, make the jump, and just buy time? Or
that was going to be my next question. So yeah, that's a good one. That was good. No, that's perfect. Yeah. So what are you guys thinking?
We're
getting the hell out of here.
No, don't we have backup we can call for?
You all did ask Master Kalu to have some Jedi starfighters on hand to come reinforce you once you're ready to leave the planet.
Let's fuck them up.
Well, let's call them first.
Don't worry, that is Caesar's expertise. He is the coordinator, so he's on comms.
I was just curious because we got to know where the hell we're moving this 300 feet to.
Probably not directly in front of the big boy.
I imagine he can probably hit us anyway. So we are currently facing which way? Northeast, southwest.
We're like southeast, looks like, yeah.
We do that. I don't know. I mean, we are leaving the planet, so
we're going that way. Okay, I was just saying because we turn speed is 150, I think. So I was thinking we turn 150 and go to, that would be the left 3 squares. And that would be our full, it's not half your movement, right? It's your turn speed, whatever that is, which I think ours is 150.
It should be in there. Let me see what you got. I don't remember what you guys' one is offhand.
Yeah, it's on there. Turn 50, 150, or
okay.
Turn speed 150.
Sweet, yeah. So if you have 350 movement speed, yeah, or I forgot what your movement speed is, but yes, yeah, you'd be able to use whatever you have left to move.
How do you rotate this stuff?
Yeah, we have 400, so you would have 250 left.
No, this is just for the.
Yeah.
I moved. I moved 3 this way.
All right. Sweet. So yeah, you all see the ships bristling with armaments as the Crusaders stare you down, but you are able to maneuver the ship a little bit, get a little bit of an advantage to your starting position. And actually, are you guys using heads up? I don't know if we ever figured that out.
Yeah, I say we use heads up.
All right, roll me up.
Yeah. Give us a chance.
Oh. Wait, I think I have something for this. No, ventures. No. Ew, I do not have something for this.
All right. Well, you guys get a little bit of a bonus on that side as you see the Crusader fighters starting to bear down on you. Again, like you can see the Crusaders are truly scraping the bottom of the barrel to assemble their so-called fleet. But these ships, even while they are ragtag, they are lethal. You see one of the fighters kind of turn and orient itself and then start engines boosting as it makes its way towards you. Sweet. You see it flying in. And as it flies, you see these twin laser cannons light up, and you see bolts of green energy just burst for them as they start taking some shots at the crew. So that will probably hit. So you see that blasting into the Nova Kana for 6 energy damage to the ship. Oh, who's this guy? So this guy is up. He is going to do the same. You see him kind of orient his ship, kind of just slightly turning it as he bursts forward, engines blazing behind him, hot pursuit. You see these guys are like, even though they're flying ragtag ships, they're flying them pretty well. You can definitely see these may not be dim-witted. They're probably veterans of some different starfighter battles that have happened throughout the galaxy. They are definitely flying hot towards the group. And this guy squeezes that trigger as he gets into position, sending out a burst of green laser flares towards the group and impacting against the Nova Kana shields. This guy, he should be good. Yeah, so this guy, you see, he's just all power into his engines, gutting towards the group. You see, he just maneuvers around his buddy and unleashes another burst of laser cannons at the Nova Kana. For 5 energy damage to the Nova Kana shields. But it is the crew's turn. So don't forget, you guys roll 1d2 for your power die, as well as, I don't know what your ship's regeneration rate for shields is, but you do that too. So you guys should be at 3 power die now.
Okay, so I added the 1 power die. I just regenerated our shields. We're at 50 out of 87. And then, let's see. I'm going to... I'm going to use, I need more power, so I can use an action to regenerate ship shields, and use a bonus action to expend a power die and add that amount to the amount regenerated. So if I'm reading that correctly, it regenerates another 6 and I expend the power die?
Can you post that?
Yeah, sorry.
So yeah, you use your action to regenerate the shields, and you have to add your power die to the amount generated. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'll use another power die for another 2. So we're sitting at 58 out of 87, and I'm going to save my reaction. And Jarvis will probably take an attack action after you guys, so I'll wait until you guys do your thing.
Yep.
So to fire, we need to be turning direct at them.
No, our turrets are able to rotate. They
Yes, at 360. Yeah.
They are 360.
The only thing that is directional are the missiles. You have to be facing the enemy for that.
Who's on the guns?
Jarvis is on 1.
You guys.
Dash was the other gunner because... So Jarvis is currently the only one on guns.
Oh, is Dash the only other gunner?
Yeah, no, he is. Well, was.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll let one of you guys roll for Dash on the other guns then.
I shall give the direct action to Dash, which is basically the help action. But whenever I take the direct action, I can also use Uplifting Directive. And I think, I can do this once. And I get to roll a d20, and at some point, I can change someone else's roll to whatever I roll on the d20.
Nice.
Probably don't want to do that.
All right. Well, shout out for Dash to assist on that side. Somebody can roll for Dash's guns, or whoever else wants to go next.
Yeah, if you roll for Dash, it'll be DLC number 1. not the one that says Jarvis. Okay, got it. DLC 1. Here we go. 10 to hit.
You give direct gives him advantage, right?
Yes.
So yeah, roll again. Let's see. Unfortunately, you see the nimble craft just barely do a barrel roll and maneuver through the cannon blast as Dash unleashes on the cannons.
All right. Well, while that's going on, Vars is gonna get to work on the shields. Where is it? Am I crazy? I don't see it there. Well, it's essentially let's see.
What are you trying to do?
Just shield reinforcement. There it is. I just didn't see it there. Might have let it right over it. But let's roll a d6.
Sweet.
Hey.
Perfect. You guys are pumping up between yours and Talos' efforts. The shields are kind of steadily starting to regenerate from the barrage they withstood earlier, putting you in a much better position.
All right. And last thing, do you need to move power die or do you need to go fast?
Noli, you're the pilot. Are you looking to go fast or?
Is no one called in for our backup? Then going fast isn't going to matter. I need to call in backup.
I immediately forgot to call in the backup.
So that's
That
my
was
action.
on me.
J4, or I don't know why I call him J4. That's from League of Legends. J1, Jarvis the First, is going to take an attack at the closest ship.
All right.
I think we have our power die, right?
Oh, you've got 3 now, or 2 now.
But don't they have to get moved around, or
no? You guys bought the central one.
No.
Oh,
so there's ones you have to move them, but the central one is just always there, but you get a little bit less.
Yeah.
So
we don't have to move them.
Never mind. I'm just looking. I have to change something mid-fight there. Oh boy.
Sweet. So yeah, you blast into them, and you take a good chunk out of that first one. It is singed and burning as your blast reaches it.
That calling for the reinforcements, I assume, would be my action, but we can still move the ship.
Yeah, so I don't think it doesn't take an action to move it. Sweet. And you open the comms, reaching out to Kalu. You see kind of a holograph of the Bothan Jedi appear on the screen. He looks concerned as he sees you. He goes, "My friends, it's good to see you once again. What word do you have to spare? Where are you?
Right yeah. Send the backup now. Send the backup now. We'll talk later." Kevin says hi.
You see, he looked concerned, as you said, like it seemed like that frantic energy to send the backup. But you see a small smile as he mentions Keba, and he goes, "Of course, may the force be with you." Cuts the comms, and you get a kind of a little ticker on your screen. And somebody roll me a D4. Actually, no. Uli, roll me a D4. Sweet. You guys see a little ticker on the screen as he transmits their time away. You see they are parked in a closed system, and they will be here within 3 rounds to come assist you with this fight.
We can survive that.
Now it's a matter of figuring out where to go. When we turn, it's 90 degrees, right?
Up 90 degrees for your turning speed.
Okay, so turn. We want to turn it down. 50, 100, 150.
Oh, I suppose I can do that.
And I'm thinking turning and then going. that way. For 400.
I gotcha.
I don't.
Oh, so he gave you a little bit of boost there.
Yeah, 150. 3 more squares.
Sweet.
Oh, all right, cool. Gotten an unanticipated gravity boost.
Just had,
Exiting the planet's gravity
just had
well.
to hit the
Does that
fast
consume
button.
a power die?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
All right, my action. I called them in, and yeah, moved the ship.
Sweet. That's everybody, right? Sweet. Yeah, so you see this dreadnought slowly turn its helm, getting a bead upon you, and you see several things happen all at once. The first thing is somebody make a strength saving throw for me, DC 14. Nice. Yeah, so Uli, you feel the tractor beam start to pull against the ship, but you definitely kind of just expertly maneuver the engines and burst at just the right time to break the grip of the tractor beam, and you are not sucked any closer towards the dreadnought. It is also going to. Let's see if we can launch this without. I should be able to. So you see a port open upon its the ship's brow, and you see these droids launch from it. These droids all look to have saws upon them, and you see them encircle the ship as you guys make your way through there. So it's going to be a 20-foot radius. So let me throw that up.
Just shows like the empty like profile picture.
Yeah, I forgot to move. I can't find my circle, so I'm just throwing this on and throwing
The corporeal spaceman.
You guys see a giant force ghost appear and unleash different buzz droids. So you guys see this buzz droid surrounding you. Difficult terrain to move through it, but it also does 2d4 damage directly to the hull from moving through it. For every 50 feet, I should add 2. So you see that go off, and you see the dreadnought's guns open up. You see heavy turbo lasers emerge, and you see 2 of them just pump out enormous bursts of energy towards the ship. He does not have advantage, so that is a miss. So you see the blast come through and just whiz past you, leaving the group unscathed. Sweet. That is his turn. This guy's gonna need to do a good bit of turning. That'll be 200 feet of turning. He can move 2 squares after that. How far is he from you now? That's what, 550 feet. I forgot what his weapons range is. Oops. Oh, actually, no. Just outside range, so he has to roll a disadvantage. So you see him twin lasers geared up as he tries to take a shot at you with disadvantage. Unfortunately, I think that will still hit. Don't know why I thought it was a crit. So it'll just be that 8 damage to your energy shield as it lets off a burst towards you. Sweet. So we're at top of the order again. You see these starfighters are just doggedly pursuing the group, giving a big berth from their new trap that they've set with the buzz droids around them. And you see this group, this starfighter that you guys had winged before, trailing smoke and burning fuel into the atmosphere, is going to let loose again with its twin laser cannons at the Novacana. But you see the damage is too much and the bursts just go wide, lighting up the space behind you. This guy is going to turn. You see him kind of stall his jets as he turns and gets a bead on you, and once again lets loose with his cannons. What you guys see again?
Less than that.
14.
Okay. So you blast into you, getting another chunk of your shields off the group, and then this guy is going to turn as well and let loose with another twin laser cannon blast, which will hit as well for 5 energy damage. So you see these Crusader fighters just doggedly pursuing you, engines blazing as they just let loose flurries of green energy bolts that lance into your shields, and the Nova Kana is up.
All right, I'm gonna regen our shield, 35 to 41. I'm gonna do. Oh, and then I need to roll power die. We get 2 back. We're at 4. We're at max power die. Oops. I'm gonna burn a boost. No, not boost shield. I'm gonna do shield regen again, like I did. So I'm gonna burn a power die as a bonus action, and we'll regain 6 plus 4. So we're getting back another 10 shields. We're back up to 51 out of 87. And then I'll just take a shot with Jarvis. We're gonna shoot the blue guy here. That's the guy that's been taking damage, right?
Yeah, that's what
Jarvis
I have first.
shoot. What are our tertiary or quaternary weapons? Is that what we have? Those torpedoes?
Yeah, those are. We have to be facing the enemy for those to be able to be used. The
Instead of front-facing arc, yeah.
But what?
the cannons are 360.
But can Jarvis fire those?
Yeah, I can fire
Yes.
anything. Yeah.
Because I don't know. Maybe this would be a good time to let one loose.
I forgot. You guys bought some nice torpedoes. What do you guys have?
Yeah, we have 3 total. We have 2 of the Silent Thunder and 1 proton rocket.
Would the help action / the direct action help that in any way?
Yeah, you can definitely help Jarvis on that side, yeah.
Yeah. Caesar would take the action to do so.
Yeah. To you, Uli. Specifically holding off on the missiles until we're facing the big guy over there, and just taking off the we'll call it the ads right now.
That was my next question. Is it an AoE thing or is it a single square?
I don't think you
target?
guys bought any bombs, so they'd be single targets, I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
single target.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah.
Well, then do we want to maybe not do that then and wait to save it for the big ass ship?
Yeah, I wasn't gonna use missiles anyways.
Okay.
I'm using
Okay.
number 2 DLC. So Jarvis will take a shot at that guy that he's already hit. Time to take him down. That's 19.
That hits.
Jarvis.
Before
Justin.
you guys take
Go ahead.
before you guys take any more shots, I didn't realize we had that the power die suite that kind of gives it everywhere, so I took something different, and I'm gonna go ahead and use it. It's so I can boost damage by a little bit.
Sweet.
So
Also, don't forget Jarvis has advantage, so great fish.
Okay.
Good fishing.
all right, I did call it after this one shot, so I'll do it now in case the next one hits.
Yeah, we'll use that for the next one. And luckily, even without it, that is enough to take down the ship. So how does Jarvis take it down?
Jarvis is just like, watch and see how it's done, Dash. As a volley is just let out, and the already, basically destroyed fighter just loses its other wing, and the final bolt that comes in just goes straight through the cockpit. Typical Star Wars.
Oh yeah.
Yes, you see it explodes, the blaze of glory. Do you guys have another shot? Or first make a roll for dash for the next shot.
Yeah, somebody else can do that.
Caesar, you want to roll for dash?
I can just
No.
dice rolls it. Oh no.
There's a reason why I ain't rolling nothing right now. I don't have to go. Listen, Last session I was in the game. I was rolling good and someone rolled 4 nat ones. It's my turn.
Oh yeah.
So I'm just doing as little rolls as I can right now.
All right,
So-
well, that will hit.
Okie dokie. And then it gets, it only gets 1, but that's,
Make
Yeah,
that 7 damage.
It's blazing through. You see this what kind of wing is on fire. It's venting a little bit of atmosphere into or a little bit of air into the space.
Am I reading the buzz droids right? If we stay still, we're fine, but if we move, they just start
it's pretty
eating
much.
us up.
Yeah, it's a weird one on that one. So it's like not weird,
Right.
but it's like what's that one from 5e?
Thorns.
Thorn, yeah.
Yeah, thorns. Thorn growth, I
You
think.
stand really still, you'll be fine.
I'm gonna roll for the speed
T-Rex
boost.
or Raptor rules for him.
Well, hold on, we're not speed boosting, so you don't even need to worry about it.
It's only another thing I can do. So there it is.
Damn
Be
it, why
right
isn't it
back.
letting me turn this. I wanted to turn and aim it. Why isn't it doing that? Come on.
If you hold Alt, you can. Yeah.
Do it however you want.
Yeah.
Come on. It's in that like wrong spot where I can't see. There we go. Okay. Sorry, I had to move that back. So turning shouldn't do anything, right? Just want to angle it towards the capital ship and then take the evade maneuver.
Moving, so turning unfortunately does count as moving with the starship, so it would trigger.
Well, we're gonna need to be in line for smacking them anyway.
All right.
Does that count as a ship attack or a? Let's see, what does that proc off of exactly? See the exact wording.
What is proc?
I have something that lets you reduce damage and stuff, but I don't know if that would count.
No, yeah, because it wouldn't be a ship attack for that one. If that's what it procs off of.
Or if it's just an attack.
It's not. It's more kind of
An effect
Yeah.
or something like. Okay. Yeah, we will do that, but take the evade action.
Perfect. Sweet. So you see, as you guys maneuvering through, these little buzz droids kind of latch onto the ship and start cutting directly into the hull for 5 damage right to the hull past your shields. And you guys still have actions left, I think. But I'm going to be right back. We get some water, so just a second.
Did he say that the patch action is specific to you as the mechanic?
No, not specific. I get advantage when I do it.
Okay. We have weapons that are going to need to be reloaded at some point. It costs I think it costs an action. To overheat. A character must cool the weapon using an action or bonus action. So, I should have been doing that this entire time. I should have just been fire, reload, fire.
Oh man, I can
been doing
manage.
that with Jarvis's bonus action the whole time.
I mean, I can manage it. My action's just to go fast, and if we're gonna sit pretty in the buzz droid field, then there you go.
What does it cost you to do? Or it's an action to patch, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
the
a whole die.
hull. Well, I don't know if these other ships will have hull damaging capabilities, but the shields are impervious. We've got some killer shields. I'm waiting for a direct hit from the big boy over there to use feedback shield 2 times in a row.
Yeah, the other thing, I've been forgetting to use my reaction because I forget the turn order. I've been trying to read 8 different things all at once.
Yeah.
I could have
What was
halved
the
quite a shit ton of this
reaction?
damage. So,
Now we know for the next one.
We do have multitasker on the ship written on there, right?
not for the ship, for me.
Oh. Oh, it doesn't give the ship a second reaction. It gives you.
No.
Oh.
I think there is
have
something that
multitasker
does.
too.
Yeah, I have it as part of the venture for being a deployed pilot.
Nice.
So I can take 2 reactions with the ship, not 2 reactions. So.
Hey Vars, your addition or boost to the damage earlier, did that cost a power die?
Nope.
Okay.
All tech die.
Wow, this is pretty awesome. We're not consuming any of our power die. I think the lowest we've gotten is 2.
Time to consume it. Time to
use it or lose it. Power die.
All right. So I don't know who's still up or who's still left, but you're up.
I did my thing. Everybody
else did it?
Yeah, Caesar, you did your thing.
Oh, Jarvis will reload the turret that he's controlling. So DLC 2 is gonna go back up to 8. He's gonna use a bonus action for that.
All right. Sweet. So that is you guys' turn. The Dreadnought is up. You see its turbo lasers just blistering, and you see it unleash a barrage of blast towards the crew. So it's gonna. I don't know why it keeps doing that. First one will miss. I don't know why it's on always on with advantage. Just trying to toggle. So you see the first blast fly out and zoom past the Nova Kata. You see the second blast gear up and shoot at you. Unfortunately, this one will hit. You see a burst of energy impact against the Nova Kata shields. You see it fire for a third time.
I took the evade action. They have disadvantage.
Oh, nice. All right.
Yeah.
So hopefully.
Roll that one again. That'll miss. Yeah. So you see that second blast. It looks like it would have scorched the whole of the Movakata, but Uli is able to dodge out of the way, maneuvering the ship just enough so the blast goes underneath you and zooms off into space. And the third and final shot misses. Uli's hot on the sticks right now. You see the air lit up with turbo laser blast flying around you. You come out unscathed.
Who would have thought that sitting in a field of razor blades was the key to flying?
Or, you know,
that's the Han Solo School of Pilot.
Fly into the supernova. What? Like, trust me, it'll work.
So you see the Crusader fighter arc in. You hear your ship's comms blaring their laser cannons as they let through. They miss as well. Oh, they'd have had disadvantage too. But yeah, you see Uli's just coming through well with the fighter sticks, and it just blasts are arcing around you and completely missing. And on a random note, I always found it funny. I read it because you know how space doesn't have sound. Star Wars explains why there's sound in the movies by your ship being the one to play the comms of everything that's happening around you. Which, I don't know if that's true in canon, but in Legends, that's the way they explained why there's so much noise as starfighters fights happen. Which seems like a waste of resources to me, but hey, it works for them.
Also, wouldn't there be technology for ships to specifically make sure that the other ships couldn't pick up the noise?
It's probably more of like a situational awareness thing, because if somebody is shooting at you and you couldn't hear it, and it was completely dependent on seeing lasers fly by you, like,
or feeling the ship shake.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Well, I guess it makes sense.
It kind of makes sense when you think about it, but the more you think about it, the less it makes sense.
Hearing someone crack open a can mid-conversation about that is the most hilarious thing.
That was me. It's actually just a Coke, though. So. Just. Yeah. So. The fighter. Oh, this fighter is up. It is going to tilt itself a little bit to keep you guys in its arc path. And it's going to unleash with its twin laser cannons. Oops, it would have disadvantage. Let me roll that one more time. Unfortunately, I think that one will hit you. For 7 energy damage as it
I'm
blasts.
gonna reaction angle deflector to reduce damage.
All right.
That is 2 energy damage to the shield. We're at 49 of 87, and Jarvis is gonna go not today, and he's gonna react with feedback shield.
All right.
To hit them with 3 energy damage back to them.
Solid. You see the shield as the 2 laser burst impact, and you see just a static lightning effect arc from the shield back towards the attacker and burst into his hull. This ship is on borrowed time. You see both of its engines are flaring and small fires are bursting across the ship.
Can I add another reaction into that as the pilot?
No.
I want to have the damage that we take. Why the hell not?
Yes.
I mean, our turn is coming back up, so just stack them up, guys.
Just keep rolling. I don't care. Just keep rolling the ship. I can't hit anything right now.
Go for it. So, rather than the 2 damage to energy shields between Talus, England, the deflectors, and Uli kind of flipping the ship onto its side, you have brought that down to minimal damage as the Nova kind of flies through. 1 more left, so they're going to take another shot at you. Oops, with disadvantage. Keep getting that disadvantage. This one will hit as well. For 9 energy damage, you see it burst through and impact against the Novacana's shields, and it does a little bit of damage as the Crusaders are.
Can I use my second reaction?
Yeah.
To do the same uncanny dodge.
Just different turn, so go for
Have that. Yep. It just halves it, so that's what 4.
4 damage. Yeah. All right, the Novacana is up.
All right, same thing as last time. We're going to regen by 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 52 out of 87. I'm going to, and I need to power die roll. We're at 3 anyway, so we're back at full. I'm going to burn a power die and regen the shield again. So we are at 6 plus 9, so that puts us at 61 again.
Wouldn't that just give you another 3 more to it?
Yeah, so 6. So it regens the shield and then it adds 3 to it. I'm looking at where is it? Oops. Regenerate shields. You can take the regenerate shields out. No, I'm looking at the wrong one. Sorry. Boost shields is what I'm looking at. Oh wait, regen. Am I doing this wrong?
Yeah, because I think you'd get the 6 from the ship when you do the action, but you get another 3 using your bonus action for the thing. I don't think you have to add it twice.
Where's the? Maybe it's on my character sheet. I know I did it. I get it from somewhere. I need more power. You use your action to regenerate your ship's shields. You can use a bonus action to expend a power die and add its result to the amount generated.
Yeah. So that'd be 9 you guys would get for the round so far.
Okay, so that's not on top of the auto regen that we get at the top of the round? The 6 regen is per round, right?
The 6. Let me look at that up real quick. I'm pretty sure the 6 is, but you're using your action to do it as well.
So it's kind of like the power die regeneration. So there's an automatic shield regeneration per round. So we get the 1d2 power die, and we get the 6 shield regen per round, and then I'm using my action to further regenerate the shields and expend the power die. It's just how I'm reading it.
Okay. Let me look that up real quick.
Is it regenerate shield action?
No.
Oh.
No, I linked it in chat. It's called I Need Power. It's a technician ability.
Oh.
I'm giving her all she's gold, Captain.
Okay. Sweet. So with this one too, we were doing this wrong initially. So definitely the regenerate shields is an action as well to help to regenerate them faster. But you do need to make a strength boost roll with the ship. DC 10 or half of the ships equals DC 10 or half the ship's missing shield points, whichever number is higher.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah.
So
makes sense.
make a boost check. So on a failure, you roll the ship's shield dice twice and take the lesser amount.
I might have something for this. Let me check the wording really quickly.
We have a shield die.
Yeah, so it's a medium ship, so it should be a D8, I think.
Oh, okay.
Can I use this?
Yeah.
Okay. So our die is a 6.
8.
Our die is an 8.
Oh no, so power die. Sorry, I thought I was talking about shield die. So power
Okay.
die is a 6. Yes.
Oh, okay. Damn. Well, that's only 11.
Unfortunately, not enough on that side, but you guys still do get 2 shield damage or shields back to the group on top of the 6 they get from automatically, and then the 3 from the power dice.
Sweet. So there, if I'm doing the math correctly, there's not much of a difference. I think it was only 1 more point extra that I was adding.
Nice. Yeah, so with whatever you do for the action, you just have to roll the dice and do the boost thing to make sure it gets through.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense. And then now, since we are facing the big guy first, just because he can and he's got nothing else to spend it on, Jarvis is going to spend a bonus action to reload the other turret. So that's back at full. And then as an action... Whoa, which one do we have more of? We have 1 proton rocket, which is a big boy. Oh, it's not a big boy. That's just 10d4. No, it's the same. I can math. We need a DC 12 Dex save, I think.
Main action, direct action.
Wait, I'm... 1 on Dex save is an auto crit. Explosive is a con save. Okay, I have no idea how this weapon works, Tegan.
Can you post it? Or will it let you post it?
It should be on there. It's just the words that are in the description for the weapon. So
Proton rocket. Let me pull that up. I'm pretty sure it's a dex save, but let me look at it real quick.
that's it has explosive attached to it. Whatever explosive is. I think explosive might actually be an AoE thing.
Because the proton rocket. So yeah, that's proton rocket. So that is a 10d4 on that side. And explosive and vicious ones. Let's see what explosive does. When a ship is dealt damage by a weapon with the explosive property, creatures inside. Oh, that's where the Constitution saving throw comes from. Are forced to make a Constitution saving throw to maintain concentration. Let me see. I don't know if that thing is concentration. Unfortunately, it is not concentration on that side. So they don't take that. But yeah, they do take the rest of the damage because they failed that. So they take 22 kinetic damage as this blast into their shields. Unfortunately, they did not want it because they would have got an auto crit for it. But you do see that rock off into their shields. They get a decent chunk of their power away.
I'm gonna regenerate shields.
All right.
Damn it. I'm down to D2.
Was someone firing the other weapon? Was that Dash?
Dash is fired, so you can roll that one for him if you want to.
Oh yeah.
So I think I have something
Direct
for this that gives it advantage.
Oh, definitely. If you want to save a power dice, or Caesar, if you have something else you can do. Either way.
How many power do we have?
3 left.
I think 3, right? Because okay. Oh, Caesar does his thing automatically. Oh, okay.
Wait, what? I do what automatically?
I mean, yours doesn't require a power die. Sorry. Just trying to think. Well, Dash fired at this guy last time, so he's just gonna I'll use the target acquired.
Okay.
Just go for it. I already did it. Okay, so that is he's DC1, DLC 1.
All right.
Oh, advantage.
Advantage came in handy on that one. Give me some damage.
Okay, that, and then we roll the D6 for an extra 4
Perfect
damage.
How does he take him down?
Just with that effortless dash precision. He's just like he's sweeping the floor. He's sweeping space with the enemy ships.
Perfect. You see just a sweep of blaster fire rake across the Crusaders ship. First shot taking the wing out, second shot taking the other wing out, and the final just blowing through the canopy, leaving just a cloud of debris behind it. Sweet. Caesar, anything else you can do or do you want to do on this side?
Do we have any more dice? Any more power dice?
Yeah, you guys have 2 left.
A woman presence?
All right. Sweet. Which one are you doing it to?
If possible, because he's in range, the big boy.
Sweet. As Caesar boots up the cobs, what's he saying?
No, I didn't think I'd get this far. Probably, probably something akin to make peace to whatever deity you believe to, send whatever messages you could to whoever you love, kind of deal. Just like prepare.
Perfect. You get that off. Let's see. This is a contested check. So what's that versus? So the target must make a probe check, and you must impress. So roll me impress.
Or menace.
So do menace versus their probe. And let's see how this goes. Did you take any ventures that let you use your own intimidation, or is it going to be right off the ships?
There are ventures that let me use my own intimidation.
I'm like 80% sure.
It'd be weird if you didn't.
Well, it's weird because I took the one that gives me extra reactions back when I had the help action reaction, and the one that lets me use my superiority dice instead of power dice, which hasn't come up once because every time we've done ship combat, I've been out of superiority dice. So we're going with
menace away.
Oh, the charisma's -1.
Solid. Yeah, so you get that off. And you see the comm line is open. You see a Barabel within a raggedy armor, just kind of staring back at you, slack-jawed. As you give your threats, you see they are just definitely intimidated, a little bit scared, as the Butcher of the Outer Rim tries to put them in their place.
Is that the Grim Reaper?
So what does this do again? Frightened of you. Okay, yep. Yes.
Advantage on stuff, and they can't move closer.
Sweet. As you see, the ship as a whole is frightened of the Nova Kana.
Which I'm just gonna bring up. It probably wouldn't use the tractor beam because that would move us closer to it.
That's true. All right.
Just mean mug the commander of the enemy forces.
This combat is so weird, like aesthetically. We're literally
whatever we gotta do to
by
survive,
bus
man. I don't
droids.
care.
We're
in a
one
bus droid
ship
field, not
full.
moving.
One
This is,
ship
it's crazy
surrounded.
the way that this looks. It's
Bus
so
droids
funny.
everywhere. After being hit by a hit and run with a Mando, with a scientist, a Jedi, quote unquote Jedi. Does he count as a Jedi?
A war
Force
criminal.
user. Force user.
Force user. There we go. And a war criminal Gungan. and we're winning.
Yeah. Oh, well, lucky us,
Day
right?
we've had on this planet, I don't care. Burn it to the ground. We'll burn you and this planet. We're done. Gloves are off.
Based out to zero it. Sweet. Anything else you guys can do? Or are you guys good?
Wait, so we're not moving?
I think that's evade. Can you do it again? So close after.
Would that give them hyper disadvantage? Do we use that here?
No, I don't think that. I think you just get regular
Yeah,
disadvantage.
so evade wouldn't be necessary.
Oh,
It would help with these guys.
It gives us advantage on deck saves. So or yes. So evade. That's what Uli the pilot's doing. Sitting there grinning like I can't believe this is working. Just somehow bathing ourselves in buzz droids, swimming in plasma and laser blasts.
Perfect. Well, you guys see the space lit up around you. The cruiser is definitely looking off of its game as Caesar lays down his ultimatum. The ship is up. He's going to fire off 2 of his turbo laser blast at disadvantage against the Nova Kana with fear echoing through the crew's efforts. First hit will land. The second, you see the fear just overwhelm them and they shoot it off into space. First hit for 29 energy damage.
I'm going to use my last react. Wait, what are you doing?
I was going to use a reaction to intensify shield, so I drop a power die, and actually that wouldn't be a good idea. We'd have to get 18 or 19. I'd have to roll really.
Well,
low.
I'm gonna use a reaction to halve the damage.
Okay, cool. Halve the damage, and I'm instead gonna reaction angle deflector, and that's it.
Sweet. An angle deflector that has it again, or that doesn't have it. That just reduces.
That just reduces it, yeah.
All right, so that brings you guys down to 10 energy damage. So you see this big burst coming through. Both Uli kind of kicking in the jets and maneuvering out of the way partially, and Talus angling those deflectors. It brings it down to 10 energy damage. And you see the ship, another port of it open up as the ship kind of gets its bearings on you. You see a rocket emerge. Give me a DC 14 dexterity saving throw.
Scared.
Okay. We make that at advantage.
Nice. What are you making an advantage for?
That was evade.
That's Dex.
Oh, right, nice.
Oh, this is Dex.
Yeah.
Hey.
Okay. Dex save.
Yep.
Advantage.
Solid. So you will take half of this damage.
Jesus.
Don't know why I thought it was a crit. So you guys would take, what would that be? 24 kinetic damage to your shields as you kind of expertly maneuver through this.
Here I was thinking that was the full thing. Jeez.
Oh yeah, luckily it's just I don't know why I thought it was a crit, but yeah, I rolled twice.
All right, guys, you take 50 damage. How are you holding up?
All right. These 2. That one's dead. Sweet. So there's 2 ships left. You see the 2 starfighters continue to belch out blaster bolts towards you. Oh, I forgot with disadvantage. So the first one will miss. Second guy, he'll super miss. So you guys see they are just triggering the sticks, but unfortunately with Uli just maneuvering through this buzz droid storm, the crew cannot get a shot off on you. This is the last round you guys need to survive through, so you all are up.
All right, Nova Kana is at 33 of 87 on the auto shield regen. let me see real quick. What other actions do I have that don't require? Oh, and I need to. There we go. We're back up to 3 out of 4 power dice.
Use my bonus action to regenerate shields. I can't do anything else.
Oh, well, there are other main actions, such as patch or regenerate shields.
Yeah,
That's true.
Yeah, regenerate shields at this point would be almost impossible to do as an action because we have to take the higher DC, so it'll be half the missing shield points.
But you still regenerate the shield. It's just disadvantage on the shield regeneration roll.
That's right.
So it's still in my mind. It's still worth it. It's just
I see. I don't even think it's possible because we would have to. Yeah, it's impossible because even if we rolled a natural 20,
you can still do it on a failure. You get to roll the dice. You just have to take the lower one.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So
There's no other penalty for the failure. Yeah.
So it's 8, right? 1d8.
1d8. Yeah. But it's once each ship turn though. So unless so you guys can only do that once for the turn.
Okay.
I'll do it with my action because I can't do anything else since my tech die is spent until next turn.
Okay. Yeah, I can't do anything else either. So go for it.
All right, so it's 2d8s.
2d8.
Mhm.
And don't forget, guys, you guys can boost stuff too as well. So you can attempt to boost weapons output, all of that. You just have to roll a what is it? Each function can be boosted once with each turn. So you'd have to do if you wanted to boost shields or boost weapons or boost engines. You just have to beat a DC 10. Each time that you do it after that, it's boost 5 into the start of your next turn.
Ooh.
So in case somebody wants to boost something too, but otherwise you do get, I was about to say 9, but 3 back to your shields.
Okay. You know what? I will, because I can do it as an action. I will do the boost shield then, because then we can just get some temp hit points. So it's a DC 10 strength. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I'll do that. Sweet. So we get 20 temporary shield points.
Oh,
I'm not doing this earlier.
Why is it 20? It should be like 8 at the most.
I think I put a D20 in there.
Yep.
Yep. So roll me a D8 for temp shield points there.
Yeah, I don't know why I did that.
Oh, you probably put it in as the action. So if you click on it, maybe it'll roll the D8 for you.
Yeah, I put it in wrong. I put a D20 plus con. So
Wishful thinking at that point.
yeah, I messed up.
Oh,
It's plus con, right? D result plus. Okay. Oh, never mind. It's not. I don't know what I was thinking. So, anyways, 1d8, so
Sweet.
5.
5 tip shields. Yeah, so you get that shield working overdrive. You feel the Novakanas sort of respond and boost it up as the ship's been battered by some of the Dreadnought's abilities. Sweet. Who hasn't gone yet?
I haven't, but also that conversation reminded me of a fun fact about Roll20. Its damage caps out around 3,500-ish.
Huh.
No matter how many dice you roll, it will. You could roll 10 million dice, and it'll cap out around 3,500.
Never tried it before. Never tried it.
One of my players had to try it. He has to do algebra every time he has to roll damage.
So we got Dash on the gun. Did Jarvis take a shot?
No. Holy what?
Oh, damn. Huh? How does that one work?
How does it get? Yes.
I don't know.
Okay, so
A screenshot.
Dash will shoot red 2 over here.
All right.
There we go.
That'll hit.
Hell yeah.
Solid blast into it. The ship is just careening, but still manages to keep itself in control.
J4 is going to shoot at the same target. Oh, wow.
With its careening, it just narrowly avoids J4's blast.
Damn buzz droids.
Damn.
All right, is that everybody? Uli,
Oh no, I haven't done anything yet.
And
Can I?
you, Uli.
Damn, I think I got the number wrong. Maybe it wasn't 3,000. But can I do the overwhelming presence again? So we don't get yoinked through the entirety of this bus-drilled field.
For sure. Does overwhelming presence? Oh, into your next turn. Yeah. So open that comm line again. What's Caesar say to give me a menace roll?
I'll determine it by how this goes here. Oh.
He did not have disadvantage.
I cannot pass that, unfortunately.
Sweet. So it actually would. Let me make sure because I click scan instead of probe. Scan is wisdom. Still, actually, never mind. So it still would fail. So you see, like the bearable captain behind with his Crusader gear. You see him just open his lizard maul and growl back at you. Like, we will not be butchered today. It just cut the comm line. And you see the ship light. Oh, actually, no. Sorry, Uli, you are up still.
At least I may have a problem.
Okay. I think just evade again. We're sitting pretty here, biding time.
That evade's pretty clutch for you.
Gotta be able to pull out of this thing though at some point. So we need that hole patched so that we can survive. However many. What would we need to move? If we moved at the current direction we're at, that'd be what, 2 or 3 spaces worth of. Yeah. So we need that patched because that's 68 worth of damage or D6.
D4.
Next turn, I got it.
Okay. And then other than that, I think we already attacked, right? Okay, I can't. My bonus action would let me spend a hit die to, or a power die to give advantage. So if that already happened, I think we're good.
All right. This last round here, the Dreadnought is up. It's cut the cord after Caesar tried to bully it yet again. You see its turbo lasers glistening and just starting to let off blast after blast. With a disadvantage still. That one will hit. That one will miss. You see, first one is able to catch Uli as he is maneuvering through for 31 energy damage.
Spinning it, reducing that by 15.
Do that neat trick. 15
or down to 15, right?
Yep.
Angle deflector on that one as well.
All right. Sweet. You guys coordinating that, kind of getting this well-oiled machine with Uli spinning through, Talus angling that deflector, turning what could be a devastating blow to the ship's shields into something that's more akin to a glance, bringing that down to 8 energy damage to the ship's shields. It's going to shoot one last proton rocket at the crew. So give me a DC 14 dexterity saving throw with advantage due to evade.
Want me to do that one?
Hey, pal, you go for it.
Makes sense.
Dex.
Nice. I don't know why it keeps doing this twice, but it's just the first one. So half of 57, 28. So you see this proton rocket arc at you. You're able to maneuver away from it. The explosion catches the shields, but due to your fancy piloting earlier, you keep your shields intact. That would have broke your shields down if you weren't able to avoid that.
Can I use the second one to make it even fancier?
I think
What's the limitation on that?
I think it's once per turn. You can use a reaction.
Turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
So unfortunately you can't there, but luckily you're able to keep your shields going. This guy's the last one to go. And you see the... so don't forget to minus that 28 from your shields, and they're going to take a laser cannon burst with disadvantage from the last guy. And that will miss. So you see it soar past the Nova Kana. And as you see the other cruisers get into position, you start to see points of light kind of emerge from space. You see 20 Jedi starfighters just emerge in tight formation, and you see them begin to join the fight. And with you guys' combined efforts here, you begin to mow down the remaining Crusader fighters and crack through the Dreadnought's shields and hull, destroying the beast and taking out the remaining Crusader ships in the area. You guys get a hail from Master Kalu. You see he's got kind of the background behind him, the Jedi Starfighter cockpit within, and he goes, "Well, my friends, it's good to see you all here and well, especially when we get to bring the fight to the Crusaders. How are you all holding up so far?"
We're alive.
And I see why you kept that thing off the star charts. This planet sucks.
You see Kalu kind of gives a short nod and a little chuckle, and he goes, "Well, I wouldn't want you to spread around that we kept it off the star charts, but yeah, this place is the Criffing Wars." You see, he kind of goes on, it sounds like you were able to rescue Keba. Were you able to rescue his partner as well?
No. I'm sure he can fill you in on the details, but when we found him, it was just him, a droid, and Tegan, did that other humanoid make it back with us, or?
He did. He's on the ship. I forgot what his name is. He is on the ship, though. He's just kind of chilling right now.
And another human that was with the droid.
Vino Averick.
Vino.
Oh yeah, we threatened him.
You did, yeah.
We threatened him?
Yeah.
I mean,
something about
Caesar did, right?
I think it was Caesar, but yeah, because he stayed back on the ship because he's not really a fighter. I think it was Caesar mixed with Vars, mixed with somebody else because we were worried about.
Yeah, I told Jarvis lock that shit down if anything happened.
Yeah.
Talus and Caesar threatening someone is the most terrifying thing. One is a butcher and the other one's a doctor. They know how to take you apart.
Make sure you're alive to feel it.
Exactly.
But yes, there weren't too many left alive when we found them, but Keba's gonna make a recovery, I think. Missing a bit of a tail, but I think he'll be fine. I think they grow it back, right?
You see Kalu give a sad nod and go, "Well, may the force be with them. Well, I'm glad you all were able to do this. We're going to rendezvous back at Coruscant. I'll get a full debrief from you once we make our way there." You see the other Jedi starfighters start to line up through the wreckage of the Crusader fleet and begin to make their way, kind of prepare for the jump to hyperspace.
Anybody want to tell them about Corellia, or no?
That would probably be the time to do it.
Yeah.
What are they going to be able to do, though?
Send word. I don't know. Help them start mounting defenses if they haven't already. I don't remember if it was underway or not, but.
Oh, the attack was underway when you guys saw it, yeah.
On the basically
we're
other
like a
side
week
of the
away
galaxy.
All right.
What was that, Caesar?
On basically the other side of the galaxy.
Oh, okay. Well, Uli would tell Kalu, there's a imminent attack on Corellia as we speak. Don't know what forces you have in the area, but I'm sure they could use a heads up at least.
You see Kalu nod and say, fortunately, we did catch the Holonet before jumping to rendezvous with you. I wish the Green Jedi had made their way to our own safe house that the other Jedi had been hiding out in, but they decided to go their own way. We know the Corellian space fleet is going to help protect them, but unfortunately, with us being out of position, there's really nothing we can do.
Well, hopefully when we get back to the core, there'll be something we can do.
Of course, the Corellian Jedi are a little stubborn, or definitely a force to be reckoned with. I'm sure if they can survive it, the force will be with them to do so.
Well, let's hope so. These guys have gotten uncharacteristically lucky so far.
It ain't
But
luck.
I think it might be worth noting. Would we have discussed beforehand how much of this we're going to tell people and what as a group? Would there have been time to even do that?
Probably not.
You guys, so you don't have to tell them now. You definitely have a week or a couple days. I forgot from Coruscant to look at it again, but close probably to a week of hyperspace travel before you get there.
Oh, okay. And there wasn't anything pressing other than the Corellian attack and...
Yeah, because you guys haven't had a chance to go through the Saber Breaker data yet. Because you guys just downloaded and dipped.
Like, well, Master Kalu, I suppose we'll give you a full debriefing back on Coruscant. For now, I think we need to lick our wounds. Some of us literally could use a good night's sleep too. I suppose if there's nothing pressing, just time to make the jump to hyperspace and see you when we see you.
You see Kayla nod and go, oh, well, my friends, I'm glad that you were able to stop the Crusaders. We'll have a drink at Coruscant once this is done and get to hear your full tale. And you see him kind of give a little salute. Then you see the Jedi Starfighters almost in unison blip out and make the jump to hyperspace.
Ah, crap. I forgot to ask him if he'd buy the stupid slug thing. Oh, well.
We could give him an emergency transmission.
No, whatever. I get to hang out in suspense for a week. Fine.
Well,
By the way, keep that thing at the back of the ship, please.
We put the thought and see how it acts on the ship. Who knows? A pet?
Yeah, I'm vetoing that. We're gonna, if you keep it, it's fine, but it stays frozen. That's the deal. If I see it scurrying on this ship, it goes out the airlock.
It's not a gazak or a womp rat.
No, it's a thing that makes it so I can't see in my extra sensory, which makes me in a lot of mortal danger.
Yeah.
Which means I will kill that thing to not die.
But in hyperspace, what's the real danger?
We are in a magic tube floating through space in an alternate dimension. I have no idea what's out here. There could be space whales. We don't know that. There's all sorts of weird stories spacers tell. There were space dragons, space whales, all sorts of things. I mean, even if half the stories are wrong, the other half that might be true? You really want to take that chance?
It's true. All of it.
Well, yeah, I think you're asking the wrong guy if he wants to take a risk. But for the sake of getting us there in one piece, and look, man, I really want better weapons. Let's not unfreeze this thing, right? Keep it pristine. And who knows, maybe it's already dead. Buyer won't know that. Whatever, maybe we can make some good money. I really need better weapons. I'm tired of I'm tired of just. I don't know if these things have been watching us for decades and they realize that we primarily use energy weapons. The Jedi with their damn sabers and us with their damn blasters, and made something to stand strong against it. But they're obviously, I don't know if it's natural or not, but that's the case. I need something that's either going to punch through them, freeze them, burn them, shock them. Blasters ain't going to cut it.
We'll get you a flamethrower.
They make weapons that do literally all of those things all at once. So, yeah, maybe we can get on Coruscant and find a special weapons vendor.
I know you guys can't tell, but I'm smiling. All right, well, let's go for a week-long ride to the crazy space tube.
Anyone down for rewatching the movies?
Yeah, I figured that would be on at least a couple times. So.
Yeah. Can only clean these damn things so much, by all means.
I am going to need to sit alone and meditate at some point during this, what is it, a week-long journey?
Yeah, we'll say 5 days, so this was a little closer to Corellia.
I need to recharge my batteries. That was a doozy. It was close there. Barely made it out of that jungle.
I gotta find a weapons catalog.
Perfect. Right. You all are able to make the jump to hyperspace and able to spend some time aboard the Nova Kana, meditating, watching movies, hanging with the crew. You are able to get to know HK and Keba, or probably not HK as much, but Keba as well. Get to know them a little bit better with kind of your time either watching movies, playing sabak, and spending kind of your time as you make your way across the galaxy yet again. And I assume you guys probably take a look at some of the data you got from Operation Saberbreaker, right?
I guess.
I would have left that to the more.
I'm definitely going to look at it. I'm going to have Jarvis help me as much as possible to kind of filter through it a little bit faster to, the stuff that we care about the most.
Perfect. No rules necessary with the time you guys have to take a look at this between yourself, Jarvis, any of the crew, and I imagine Uli probably wants to take a look at it too. Anybody's helping you there. You're able to parse through the data, and you find kind of a number of interesting things throughout here. You actually get your first description of Operation Saberbreaker. Nobody asked Zerka.
Oh, that's what we were here for.
Yeah.
They were going to build a basketball court. This might have been the worst decision we made.
But yeah, you're able to get kind of a description of it. You see some of the technical layouts. But basically, what they were trying to do with their joint venture with the Republic is to design a virus that targeted metachlorians. And basically, what it did is it targeted metachlorians. What they were trying to design it to do was target metachlorians and drastically reduce the amount of metachlorians within a person's body. Because all creatures, and Talos and Uli would both know this, all creatures have all creatures from this galaxy, the Yuzan Vong don't, have some level of metachlorians within them. But what they were hoping to do with Saberbreaker was to have an airborne virus that spread from creature to creature, whether they had high levels of metachlorians or not, and basically bring that metachlorian down to the average person's amount and cut people who's off from the force who had access to it. You guys look through their notes, though, and say they weren't able to get it to that stage, but they were able to make a pretty lethal virus with it, which basically targeted the metachlorians and for all creatures and killed life when it hit it. So they hadn't been able to figure out how to make it non-lethal and just kind of have it to cut off force abilities, but it became a pretty lethal virus in its own right. But fortunately, you guys were able to stop the Crusaders from getting a hold of it and were able to lock it down. Within the notes, though, and Talos, you actually see a name you recognize within the notes. You see kind of a portrait of the person as well. You see a green-skinned Twi'lek, Kaya, that you went to Coruscant Academy with as well. You see kind of notes from her and different dictations indicating, you actually, as you see kind of her dictations, Uli and Talos, you guys recognize some of the notes you all have sent Zerka as well. Kind of some of your own theories on the Yuzan Vong and theories on kind of their own biological and their genetic modifying. And you see, it looks like Kaya has taken a portion of this research that was dedicated to the metachlorian Saberbreaker, It's trying to do the reverse now. Target creatures without metachlorians. The Yuzon Vong. Trying to see if they can use some of the research you all have done to make a biological agent to target the Vong and hopefully spread a disease through their ranks. You see that Kaya got numerous reports. Seems like she's the lead scientist on this effort and is trying to get that tweaked. She was not at the Myrk base. You don't see where her location is listed. You guys both know this is probably another Zerka off-books black site, but it looks like she is working on this weapon either jointly with the Republic or on Zerka's own, or even with another third party within there.
Oh, you happen to know this sociopath?
Unfortunately, fortunately, yes. And she's very bright. I didn't really realize how bright until, and I'm just kind of scrolling through the notes. It's impressive. I think it's a stop worth taking if we have time to see what see where they are on this.
Is she amenable? I mean, will she change what she's after? Is she what's she after? Like, does money motivate her? Does some external threat? I mean, what would cause you to want to create something that could potentially backfire and kill all life in the galaxy? I mean, what's wrong with just giving them a cough? Or like,
well,
now some people are allergic to like nuts and stuff. Maybe we just do something like that. Where they like,
well, that is a pretty extreme reaction. Like, people can't even be around nuts. But yeah, I hear you, Uli. But to answer your question, the relationship that I had with her was purely academic. It was a competition of sorts, and one day she simply disappeared. And it seems that Zerka managed to capture her talent. I can't say that I'm surprised, but it's definitely something to put on the list of places and people that we need to talk to.
You also sound disappointed.
But she's trying to make a virus to kill Vong. Right?
I have no issues with that. I think that we're past the diplomatic approach with them. We've tried a number of times and they are sadistic and beyond. I'm intrigued by their biotechnology. At some point, if I have time, I do want to focus on that more and kind of go through my research some more. I definitely want to look at the specimen that we've brought on board as well. But if a virus for the Vong, now that's a game changer. And if they are close to something, or Tegan, whatever I can get off these notes, I think it would benefit all of us to be able to have a weapon at our disposal to unleash against the Vong. And maybe that might bring a diplomatic approach again to kind of showcase that we have this capability and maybe bring the Vong to the table, kind of show them, hey, we can do this, do it once, and then let's work this out.
The hell with the table, put them in a coffin.
My thoughts exactly. They've blown up a planet.
Yeah.
They have no intentions for any diplomacy. They'd rather seek death.
This is true, but it's always an option, and we can always say, well, we tried. To be honest, I do expect that they won't be intimidated and they won't be brought to the table. They will simply say, good for you.
I wonder if this individual could turn the virus to target the huts instead.
All right, now we're getting a little.
Alice won't know that.
Yeah, besides, huts pay pretty good.
I can understand the motivation to want to do it, but at the same time, the
galaxy would be very much better off without them.
Well, I'm sure they would, but they share quite a lot in common with a lot of other things that are alive. And if this thing doesn't discriminate, or at least the way it discriminates is just something that lives and breathes.
Want enough obsession of the galaxy and watch it burn.
Well,
I overwhelmed.
Tried before, and I don't think it works as well as everybody thinks it's going to.
Well,
you've also got to take this into consideration, Caesar. I don't fully understand, and we haven't really had a conversation about why you hate the Hutts completely. But you have to kind of see it from a devil's advocate point of view that the Hutts and even criminal organizations like the Exchange and are Black Suns around?
Oh yeah, Black Sun's around.
Okay, like these criminal organizations and everything, if they didn't have the leadership and even the villainous code that they have, that there would be probably a lot more chaos. So the Hutts kind of keep that stuff in check. At least we can negotiate with them. At least we can have a conversation with them, and they're not just
The Hutts
shooting
are the
first.
sign of all of the Republic's failures and corruption. Your logic would hold sound if we were looking at this from a perspective that the Republic stays the same in its future, where that will be necessary, where scum and villainy could not simply be stomped out.
Well, after this, the Chancellor's been given, all these powers that you recommended. I'm not sure that the balance is still going to be there. So I think we got another thing coming for us here soon, Caesar. Got to take that into account.
Precisely.
Speaking of that, once you guys emerge from hyperspace, you do get a caught up on the recent news of the galaxy while you were away throughout there. We'll give you we're gonna do some rolls during downtime or during kind of in between sessions to see how everything worked out at Corellia. But the thing you do see is it does appear that the Senate has awarded the Supreme Chancellor Oveno additional emergency powers. So he does now control pretty much the economic and military operations of the Republic. The Senate has some oversight, but nearly completely. So it takes a majority, supermajority vote to be able to overwhelm him or overrule him within the Senate now with his actions. So you see a speech from Supreme Chancellor Oveno. You see the Moncal leader giving a pretty fiery and passionate speech about how they will now bring the war to all who look to disrupt the Republic. You see kind of gesturing through that they will take on these new invaders. They will bring down the Yuzon Vong. They will bring down the Sith, bring down any who seek to disrupt the rule of law within the Republic. You see he's pretty impassioned and definitely trying to rile up the Republic and get them ready for a new war on a different front.
Caesar's smiling, and he'll turn to Talus. It may take some time, but the Hutts most definitely seek to disrupt the law of the Republic.
Sounds to me like he was, every fiber of his being was straining from throwing the word Jedi in there. Anybody else? I mean, I got no love for him, but I don't hate them. They're good fighters.
You see Keba actually kind of nods and goes, yes, that one is not like the Jedi. The Order has been... And he kind of pauses for a moment, but you kind of see like he thinks whether he can trust you or not, and he goes, we have been planning contingencies if the Republic turns on us yet again. So we are prepared.
Hell yeah, you are.
Good.
I will. So as soon as he finishes saying that, I will say J1, delete the last 10 seconds of conversation from recordings.
You see him nod and go, this one thanks you. I also would like to ask, and I'll have to clarify with Master Kalu as well, but this one would like to travel with you too. With my partner, killed upon Myrk, I'd rather hang with you and see if we can bring the war to the Vong themselves.
Sounds good to me. I have no issues with that. Before you join us, I need to finish making your character sheet, though.
Well, maybe you can lend some of your Jedi insight to this. You think Master Kalu would shell out some credits for that carbonite slug thing?
You see him look at it and go, he'll probably pay for it to be destroyed.
Surprising from the Jedi.
Yeah, I don't blame him. This essentially is a force off switch for them, and considering that's their greatest weapon, I don't blame him. So, how much you think he'd pay for us to, Guys, I'm sorry, I really need credits.
You see,
You think Circa pays you handsomely? You're a soldier in the Republic. I've been having to procure my own damn gear for years, and I was actually making a whole lot of money with you guys.
Well, on that note,
I compensated you.
Yeah, you did. And then go ahead, lay it on me, Uli.
I was thinking that we could maybe take the data we did find. I mean, the guy, sure, we didn't ask for any money, but we could always just ask. And as long as we don't strong arm him, maybe he's open to some sort of suggestion, a pity allowance at least to get back the med supplies we spent running through that damn jungle.
You think if we strong arm him, we get more than a pity?
Talus would also like to talk to HK, and the question, really the only thing that I have as far as a question for him is what's the data that we both have. We've gone through it and everything, and I can see its usefulness and what direction it can go in, and how it could be just restarted by Zerka secretly, and I'm sure that there's potential there because they're always looking for ways to make money and playing all sides of the board. HK is not going to care for this probably, but I want to ask him, and I feel like I already know the answer that he's going to say, but HK, who are you going to be giving this data to?
Statement to my employer.
And your employer is?
Query, who do you think my employer is?
I am forgetting the name. The director that we talked to at Coruscant.
Non-committal statement. Sure, me back.
I love that non-committal statement. I see.
Okay. I have a thing. Where is it? Guys, this might get weird. Hold on. I know that I have it. 1 second.
As opposed to the sane part of this mission.
Where is it? I know that I have it.
I mean, we survived the hell planet to die in hyperspace. Hell yeah, boys!
Did I not get a what's the thing that you put on droids to
restraining bolt? Yeah, we have a restraining bolt somewhere.
I could have sworn that I bought a restraining bolt, and I just didn't add it.
You guys are gonna try to restrain bolt HK?
I want to. I don't want anybody to have this information. I want it for us, and I definitely don't want it going back to Zerka. But I'm not going to do this by myself. I was checking my inventory.
Would be willing to help.
I wanted to talk to like Vars, Uli, especially for like restraining the droid, and then putting the restraining bolt on him, disabling him, and then removing his data, and then a whole bunch of other stuff that's going to require probably a decent amount of checks. But I intend to pass this on to Vars, my plan, and I don't want this data to go back to Zerka. And I kind of feel like Uli might agree with me on that too. I don't know.
You want to reprogram the killer assassin droid?
He is, by all intents and purposes, a pretty advanced droid. All things considered, I don't think it will be easy, but yes. Or alternatively, destroying him.
Hold on.
It's like a work of art, man.
What's our concern here? This
Data.
data falling into the wrong hands?
Maybe we can reprogram HK?
I believe we should give this information to the Republic.
But they're the ones that started this whole research.
If we give it to Zerka, they can sell it to anyone for the right price. If we give it directly to the Republic will have the information.
And they're going to take it right back to Zerka and start round, Saber.
I have a better idea, actually. The threat is Zerka or the Republic or both of them somehow colluding and working together and having this thing, right? Why don't we threaten to give it to everyone?
I cannot be a part of that.
Chaos.
Give it to everyone.
Everybody roll me an intelligence save.
Intelligence save. That always feels good.
Solid. Uli, Talus, and Vars. You guys remember that when you went to the VP of Zerka, they were clearing their own the Coruscant databanks of anything referencing Saberbreaker. So if they had data, they didn't want it there anymore. And more kind of on the, so it looks like they could have kept data if they wanted to for it. So you'd be surprised if HK was bringing this data back to Zerka that they didn't want around.
Yeah, no, we gotta destroy this droid.
With that as well, for giving, I'll give that same check for the plan of the galaxy. You'd probably, because the Republic was with Zerka, so it's probably weird that Zerka's so scared about this getting out when it's a Republic thing. Then the Republic would probably look worse than the immoral company just doing things to get more credits. But Zerka does a little bit of business in Dominion space, and Darth Dominus would flip the Criff out if he found out about this.
I mean,
so telling Darth Dominus would just screw both the Republic and Zerka?
Now, as much as I don't like Zerka, and I would love for them to lose the ability to do business with an entire faction of the galaxy, I think that we need to do less to contribute to the breaking and fracturing of relationships in the galaxy right now, and more towards listen. I'm not trying to make everybody true friends. Just the whole enemy of my enemy type thing. For now. But this droid has to die.
It would be more beneficial to give this to the Dominion. I believe fracturing relationships.
But that's what we just said.
Right
it would be chaos.
No offense, Caesar. You're the one that got damn fish headed, like the General Fascissimo of the Republic.
I am aware.
Yeah, I mean that's great if you love the Republic, and that's much me. But I mean, they're coming for the Jedi. You better believe these Vong are dead and gone. He's not gonna give them back those powers. He's gonna line up those sights on anybody with a heart full of wisdom and love and a lightsaber, and that's
not
it,
even
man.
that. They went after everyone. They didn't just go after the Jedi. They went after anyone that had their abilities. That includes people, just random dudes, just out there.
Yeah,
just some guy named Steve that's got nothing to do with any of this is going to be walking down the street one day and get attacked by something that hunts force things. Even has no idea what it is.
But he can float a pencil, so he's public enemy number 1.
No, this guy is like a desk clerk. He can't do anything. He's going to just die. But that's the Republic. They don't care.
So are we all in agreement to take HK down and keep him from passing any of this data down? I just need to know.
Wait, hold on. Any chance? I mean, again, I'm not a droid tech, but any chance that these things would have some sort of a defense against a restraining bolt. Because if I'm, I'm Mr. Droid Maker, and I make droids, and I don't want my super expensive killer piece of hardware to be disabled by a puck the size of the palm of my hand, I might put in some something.
Something for anti-tampering. That's a good point.
Got that
Would
SAS unit
Talos know
built
anything on
into
the
it.
technological side? Like I'm not proficient with Astrotech or anything like that, but would I know anything on the technological side that could prevent a restraining bolt from being used, especially on a caliber type droid of this type?
Definitely. Roll me a technology check.
I mean, hell, all you got to do is make his plating not magnetic.
Can I give him advantage if we're all talking about this together?
Jeez,
Yeah, you got proficiency in technology, but
Yeah, I do.
Does he need it? Look at it.
Yeah,
I didn't see the number. That's why.
With Uli and Talos working together on this Talos, you're able to find. There are certain droids that are, especially like kind of high expensive models that are resistant to restraining bolts, or kind of completely able to ignore restraining bolts. And you can definitely tell there's been a significant sum of credits spent to build HK.
Yeah.
Hear how it sasses everything? The sheer algorithm and processing power necessary to even make that work is ridiculous.
Yeah.
He's probably got some built-in defense or another gun somewhere, like built into his chest. It's not unheard of.
Not to mention he's got one advantage that we don't. All he needs to do is make a hole in the hull, and we're gonna, asphyxiate. He'll stick to the metallic floor, and we'll all get sucked out into hyperspace by something through a hole the size of a credit chit. I don't want to die like that.
Space is dangerous.
We take care of this droid. It is simply too much of a threat in the rest.
There is always the airlock.
All right.
HK was the imposter.
We could get J4 in on this. HK, can you assist me?
All right. I mean, I can't believe I'm the one advocating for not killing something.
So
But
we are all on the
Wait,
same page that
no.
he's working for like the Dominion
We have no idea.
or someone not
I
Circa or the
assumed he was
Republic.
working for the Huts.
All right. Wait. So look, he's been pretty forthcoming with everything so far. Hell, Talos, he gave you a copy of the data, and he didn't give you too much crap for it, right?
By force, we had to convince this droid.
Okay, it's an assassin droid. If it didn't want to, it would have taken its chances trying to kill all of us. Or it would have sabotaged the ship, ruined, oh no, the life support fails an hour into the hyperspace journey or something, right? If I was an assassin,
You understand this droid is not a living being.
Okay, well, okay, here's the thing.
Ones and zeros.
Guys, I see an asset, right?
It's an assassin droid, Vaz. It works for whoever bought it.
All right, well, maybe we can sell this stupid slug thing and buy it. And hopefully have enough left over for some guns.
Good.
I have a feeling out of character that this droid is more expensive than the ship we're standing on.
Probably.
Highly doubt that. No, it's impossible.
All right, well...
Are you guys going to confront HK or try to hold him down, or what are you guys doing?
Well, let's just be clear. When we say we, what you really mean is me and Vars go get the shit beat out of us by this droid to stop it.
Caesar will be in melee.
he will.
J4 is gonna help, and I can use my defibrillators.
Oh, we're gonna get TPK'd by one droid.
So out of character, what is our actual goal here? I'm getting a little confused with the RP. So the droid is taking it to someone we are unaware of who that is. Zerka doesn't appear to actually want it, or was trying to cover up its existence. Is that what we were gathering from all the files? And so the Republic and them probably don't want it out for whatever reason. Although why you would develop something and then not want it back, I don't know.
But Caesar's gonna walk up to HK, like go down the room and just ask him, "Do you still work for the Dominion?" And I'll roll a charisma check for that if necessary.
He'll just answer. He goes, statement. No, I do not work for those meatbags.
Insight?
What's that?
Should I roll insight or is it the P?
Okay, give an insight roll if you like. Oh, nice.
28.
You're mechanical in tone, but you're positive he does not work for those meatbags.
All right. Which meatbags is it then?
Statement. He kind of looks around and kind of sees the crew around him. Statement. Query. It doesn't really matter to you all. We worked well together during this mission. I would like to continue working with you and assisting and eliminating other meatbags. Is that enough?
Yeah.
Do you think that's enough?
Well, there's a common thread, so to speak, between us meatbags, HK, and that is that we have gained the trust of each other. We all come from different backgrounds and have different points of view on the current situation, and we talk through those points of view and come to the best course of action that all of us agree on. You're a very opinionated droid, and I can respect that. What I'm saying in the long scheme of this is give us your trust and be forthright with us, and we will do the same for you. And in addition to that, exactly what you said. Welcome to the crew.
Just to be clear, you want to kill the coral-covered meatbags, right? The ones that ruin their skin.
Specifically those meatbags.
Yeah.
Statement. As a start, he looks back to the group and goes, statement. If it means so much to you, meatbags, and know that I will kill you if you tell another living being or droid. My employer is the Black Sun. I freelance for Zerka occasionally and feed them any information that I can get during my operations. But know that my employer's name is not to be spoken about aloud.
The Black Suns, they're just a criminal organization. They're not the Hutts, right?
They're not the Hutts. The Black Sun is it's probably the galaxy. Or it depends on which kind of crime side you're looking at. But they're one of the bigger criminal organizations. But they're not really more into slaves and spice like the Hutts as much. They're a lot more into kind of information gathering, racketeering, and things like that. They're a lot more kind of cloak and dagger than they are up front.
Oh, Caesar's fine with that. He just nods at the droid, and he himself starts going on.
Yeah, and at the end of that disclosure, Talos will be like, and that's exactly what we're looking for, HK. Welcome to the team. I will tell you this, since we're now on a full transparency page now. I have zero intention of taking this copy of information that we both hold and giving it to Zerka, giving it to the Republic, giving it to anybody. In fact, I plan to keep this data close to heart, as it were, encrypted, sealed, and your droid, you can assess this and understand the chaos that could ensue in the galaxy if somebody was to take this and nobody knew about it, like we do about it, and replicate it in some way or make it even worse. So what do you say about not sharing this information to any of our employers and focusing all of our efforts towards taking down the bomb, those meatbags specifically?
Give me a persuasion check.
We'll give him the frozen lizard thing as a payment instead.
Wait, no.
Vars really wants to sell that lizard. But,
damn!
So you see HK ponder for a moment and he goes, statement, I will not share any of the technical details with the Black Sun, but I will let them know that Kaya and the Zerka are developing a virus. Acceptable?
Hell yeah. All right, that works for me. The Black Hood, you want to kill Vong? You're my boy. Hell yeah.
Is there any way Black Sun will maybe, pay us some credits for this? We kind of argued our way into this somehow and didn't negotiate pay.
Well, Uli, you and I definitely know that the main goal was to stop this data or get rid of this data and basically cover Zerka tracks. If we can provide, which we can, we have 2 holo recordings worth of the facility being taken down and the data being stopped and everything like that. I'm sure that the director will provide us with a sum this time if we don't go in guns blazing like we did last time.
Well, if that, we could always tell him that some Faline prince from a faraway land has put ransomware on it and will threaten to release it unless he gets paid X amount of credits.
But he needs
it's a HoloNet scam. It's worked a few times.
He needs us to be the intermediary. He only trusts us because
it locks it down. He threatens to give it out we had it on the computer and Jarvis just accidentally didn't have any protection on it for a few seconds, and that's when the ransomware bot took over, and now we got to pay this guy or he's just going to tell everybody all about it. I don't know. I'm not good at lying.
Perfect. Well, we'll pick up from there next session as you guys try to get payments from the galaxy. I feel like
it's so great that
we're not going to share any of this information. We share it with everybody.
No, I swear, none of the parties on the same page with who we give this to, who we keep it away from. Which way is what with all of this? The only thing the party is certain of is that Lizard's getting sold and guns are getting bought for bars.
Hell yeah.
Well, the reason we're all different is because we're all trying to figure out a way to. We're all on the same page, but we're all trying to figure out what to order from the catalog.
I'm just imagining wandering around
with a wheelbarrow with a stupid calamari in it, anti-Jedi slug. 500 credits for your best offer. God.
Well, we'll see who they can sell it to next session. We'll have a little bit of a downtime session before getting into the next major adventure because some things that happen on Coruscant as well, which we'll go into next session too, as well as what happened to Corellia. So you guys got to escape Myrk. You found that Zerka is using some of the research to develop, there's beginning stages, I should say, of developing a virus targeting the Yuzon Vong. And full disclosure too, and you guys, and Talos will probably get this as well. It looks like Kaya probably has some of the data from Saberbreaker since she's reverse engineering it. So Zerka probably still has some access to it, but they're trying to look clean so the Dominion doesn't find out about this. And you guys will see how you received from the Republic with Supreme Chancellor Oveno in complete charge, as well as your new Jedi and Black Sun friends, connecting to some of the other factions of the galaxy. So we'll pick up next week. Yeah, next week, the 11th again. We'll get to roll that one through, and then after that session, we'll be kicking off the penultimate or the ultimate invasion finale for the group. Sweet. So yeah, join us next week. And until next time, everybody.